Hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jonathan. For today's video, we will be covering part 1 of the computer fundamentals. The highlights of the part 1 will be the definition of computer. Then next will be the generations of computer. And finally, types of computers. Let's go ahead and join with me. And please don't forget to subscribe the JBV tutorial and hit the bell so won't miss of my new videos. The acronym of the computer is a common operating machine purposely used for technological and educational research. What is computer? A computer is a machine that can be programmed to carry out sequences of arithmetic or logical operations automatically. It is designed to execute applications and provides a variety of solutions through integrated hardware and software components. It works with the help of programs and represents the decimal numbers through a string of binary digits. It also has a memory that stores the data, programs, and result of processing. The components of a computer, such as machinery that includes wires, transistors, circuits, hard disk, are called hardware. Whereas, the programs and data are called software. The following are the certain advantages of computers. High speed. Computer is a very fast device. It is capable of performing calculation of very large amount of data. The computer has units of speed in microsecond, nanosecond, and even the picosecond. It can perform millions of calculations in a few seconds as compared to man, who will spend many months to perform the same task. Accuracy. In addition to being very fast, computers are very accurate. The calculations are 100% error-free. Computers perform all jobs with 100% accuracy provided that the input is correct. Storage capability. Memory is a very important characteristic of computers. A computer has much more storage capacity than human beings. It can store large amount of data. It can store any type of data such as images, videos, text, audio, etc. Diligence. Unlike human beings, a computer is free from monotony, tiredness, and lack of concentration. It can work continuously without any error and boredom. It can perform repeated tasks with the same speed and accuracy. Versatility. A computer is a very versatile machine. A computer is very flexible in performing the jobs to be done. This machine can be used to solve the problems related to various fields. At one instance, it may be solving a complex scientific problem, and the very next moment it may be playing a card game. Reliability. A computer is a reliable machine. Modern electronic components have long lives. Computers are designed to make maintenance easy. Automation. Computer is an automatic machine. Automation is the ability to perform a given task automatically. Once the computer receives a program, for example, the program is stored in the computer memory, then the program and instruction can control the program execution without human interaction. Reduction in paperwork and cost. The use of computers for data processing in an organization leads to reduction in paperwork and results in speeding up the process. Generations of computers. A generation of computers refers to the specific improvements in computer technology with time. In 1946, electronic pathways called circuits were developed to perform the counting. It replaced the gears and other mechanical parts used for counting in previous computing machines. In each new generation, the circuits became smaller and more advanced than the previous generation circuits. The miniaturization helped increase the speed, memory, and power of computers. There are 5 generations of computers which are described below. First generation computers. The first generation, 1946 to 1959, computers were slow, huge, and expensive. In these computers, vacuum tubes were used as the basic components of CPU and memory. These computers were mainly dependent on batch operating system and punch cards. Magnetic tape and paper tape were used as output and input devices in this generation. Some of the popular first-generation computers are ENIAC, Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. EDVAC, Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer. UNIVACI, Universal Automatic Computer. IBM 701. IBM 650, second-generation computers. The second generation, 1959 to 1965, was the era of the transistor computers. These computers used transistors which were cheap, compact and consuming less power. It made transistor computers faster than the first generation computers. In this generation, magnetic cores were used as the primary memory and magnetic disk and tapes were used as the secondary storage. Assembly language and programming languages like COBOL and Fortran, and batch processing and multi-programming operating systems were used in these computers. Some of the popular second-generation computers are IBM 1620, IBM 7094, CDC 1604, CDC 3600, UNIVAC 1108. Third-generation computers. The third-generation computers used integrated circuits, ICs, instead of transistors. A single IC can pack huge number of transistors which increase the power of a computer and reduce the cost. The computers also became more reliable, efficient and smaller in size. These generation computers used remote processing, time-sharing, multi-programming as operating system. Also, the high-level programming languages like Fortran 224, COBOL, Pascal PL/1, ALGOL 68 were used in this generation. Some of the popular third-generation computers are IBM 360 series, Honeywell 6000 series, PDP, Personal Data Processor, IBM 370/168, TDC 316. Fourth-generation computers. The fourth generation, 1971 to 1980, computers used very large-scale integrated, VLSI, circuits, a chip containing millions of transistors and other circuit elements. These chips made this generation computers more compact, powerful, fast, and affordable. These generation computers used real-time, time-sharing, and distributed operating system. The programming languages like C, C++, DBase were also used in this generation. Some of the popular fourth-generation computers are December 10th, Star 1000, PDP-11, Cray 1 supercomputer, Cray XMP supercomputer. Fifth-generation computers. In fifth-generation, 1980 till date, computers, the VLSI technology was replaced with ULSI, ultra-large-scale integration. It made possible the production of microprocessor chips with 10 million electronic components. This generation computers used parallel processing hardware and AI, artificial intelligence, software. The programming languages used in this generation were C, C++, Java, .NET, etc. Some of the popular fifth-generation computers are desktop, laptop, notebook, ultrabook, Chromebook. Types of computer. We can categorize computer in two ways, on the basis of data handling capabilities and size. On the basis of data handling capabilities, the computer is of three types: analog computer, digital computer, hybrid computer. 1. Analog computer. Analog computers are designed to process analog data. Analog data is continuous data that changes continuously and cannot have discrete values. We can say that analog computers are used where we don't need exact values always, such as speed, temperature, pressure and current. Analog computers directly accept the data from the measuring device without first converting it into numbers and codes. They measure the continuous changes in physical quantity and generally render output as a reading on a dial or scale. Speedometer and mercury thermometer are examples of analog computers. Advantages of using analog computers. It allows real-time operations and computation at the same time and continuous representation of all data within the range of the analog machine. In some applications, it allows performing calculations without taking the help of transducers for converting the inputs or outputs to digital electronic form and vice versa. The programmer can scale the problem for the dynamic range of the analog computer. It provides insight into the problem and helps understand the errors and their effects. Types of analog computers. Slide rules. It is one of the simplest types of mechanical analog computers. It was developed to perform basic mathematical calculations. It is made of two rods. To perform the calculation, the hashed rod is slid to line up with the markings on another rod. Differential analyzers. It was developed to perform differential calculations. It performs integration using wheel and disk mechanisms to solve differential calculations. Castle clock, it was invented by Al-Jarazi. It was able to save programming instructions. Its height was around 11 feet, and it was provided with the display of time, the zodiac, and the solar and lunar orbits. This device also could allow users to set the length of the day as per the current season. Electronic analog computer. In this type of analog computer, electrical signals flow through capacitors and resistors to simulate physical phenomena. Here, the mechanical interaction of components does not take place. The voltage of the electrical signal generates the appropriate displays. 2. Digital computer. Digital computer is designed to perform calculations and logical operations at high speed. It accepts the raw data as input in the form of digits or binary numbers, 0 and 1, and processes it with programs stored in its memory to produce the output. All modern computers like laptops, desktops including smartphones that we use at home or office are digital computers. Advantages of digital computers. It allows you to store a large amount of information and to retrieve it easily whenever you need it. You can easily add new features to digital systems more easily. Different applications can be used in digital systems just by changing the program without making any changes in hardware. The cost of hardware is less due to the advancement in the IC technology. It offers high speed as the data is processed digitally. It is highly reliable as it uses error correction codes. Reproducibility of results is higher as the output is not affected by noise, temperature, humidity, and other properties of its components. 3. Hybrid computer. Hybrid computer has features of both analog and digital computer. It is fast like an analog computer and has memory and accuracy like digital computers. It can process both continuous and discrete data. It accepts analog signals and convert them into digital form before processing. So, it is widely used in specialized applications where both analog and digital data is processed. For example, a processor is used in petrol pumps that converts the measurements of fuel flow into quantity and price. Similarly, they are used in airplanes, hospitals, and scientific applications. Advantages of using hybrid computers. Its computing speed is very high due to the all-parallel configuration of the analog subsystem. It produces precise and quick results that are more accurate and useful. It has the ability to solve and manage big equation in real time. It helps in the online data processing. On the basis of size, the computer can be of 5 types. 1. Supercomputer. Supercomputers are the biggest and fastest computers. They are designed to process huge amount of data. A supercomputer can process trillions of instructions in a second. It has thousands of interconnected processors. Supercomputers are particularly used in scientific and engineering applications such as weather forecasting, scientific simulations, and nuclear energy research. The first supercomputer was developed by Roger Cray in 1976. Characteristics or applications of supercomputers. It has the ability to decrypt your password to enhance protection for security reasons. It produces excellent results in animations. It is used for virtual testing of nuclear weapons and critical medical tests. It can study and understand climate patterns and forecast weather conditions. It can run in NOAA's system, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, that can execute any type of simple and logical data. It helps in designing the flight simulators for pilots at the beginner level for their training. It helps in extracting useful information from data storage centers or cloud system. For example, in insurance companies. It has played a vital role in managing the online currency world such as stock market and Bitcoin. It helps in the diagnosis of various critical diseases, and in producing accurate results in brain injuries, strokes, etc. It helps in scientific research areas by accurately analyzing data obtained from exploring the solar system, satellites, and movement of Earth. It also used in a smog control system where it predicts the level of fog and other pollutants in the atmosphere. 2. Mainframe computer. Mainframe computers are designed to support hundreds or thousands of users simultaneously. They can support multiple programs at the same time. It means they can execute different processes simultaneously. These features of mainframe computers make them ideal for big organizations like banking and telecom sectors, which need to manage and process high volume of data. Mainframe computers are designed to support hundreds or thousands of users simultaneously. They can support multiple programs at the same time. It means they can execute different processes simultaneously. These features of mainframe computers make them ideal for big organizations like banking and telecom sectors, which need to manage and process a high volume of data that requires integer operations such as indexing, comparisons, etc. Characteristics of mainframe computers. It can process huge amount of data, e.g. millions of transactions in a second in the banking sector. It has a very long life. It can run smoothly for up to 50 years after proper installation. It gives excellent performance with large-scale memory management. It has the ability to share or distribute its workload among other processors and input-output terminals. There are fewer chances of error or bugs during processing in mainframe computers. If any error occurs, it can fix it quickly without affecting the performance. It has the ability to protect the stored data and other ongoing exchange of information and data. Applications of mainframe computers. In healthcare, it enabled hospitals to maintain a record of their millions of patients in order to contact them for treatment or related to their appointment, medicine updates, or disease updates. In the field of defense, it allows the defense departments to share a large amount of sensitive information with other branches of defense. In the field of education, it helps big universities to store, manage, and retrieve data related to their courses, admissions, students, teachers, employees, and affiliated schools and colleges. In the retail sector, the retail companies that have a huge customer base and branches use mainframe computers to handle and execute information related to their inventory management, customer management, and huge transactions in a short duration. 3. Miniframe or mini computer. It is a mid-size multi-processing computer. It consists of 2 or more processors, and can support 4 to 200 users at one time. Mini-frame computers are used in institutes and departments for tasks such as billing, accounting, and inventory management. A mini-computer lies between the mainframe and microcomputer, as it is smaller than mainframe but larger than a microcomputer. Characteristics of mini-frame or mini-computer. It is lightweight, that makes it easy to carry and fit anywhere. It is less expensive than mainframe computers. It is very fast compared to its size. It remains charged for a long time. It does not require a controlled operational environment. Applications of mini-computers. A mini-computer is mainly used to perform 3 primary functions, which are as follows. Process control. It was used for process control in manufacturing. It mainly performs 2 primary functions that are collecting data and feedback. If any abnormality occurs in the process, it is detected by the mini-computer and necessary adjustments are made accordingly. Data management. It is an excellent device for small organizations to collect, store, and share data. Local hospitals and hotels can use it to maintain the records of their patients and customers respectively. Communications portal. It can also play the role of a communication device in larger systems by serving as a portal between a human operator and a central processor or computer. 4. Workstation. Workstation is a single-user computer that is designed for technical or scientific applications. It has a faster microprocessor, a large amount of RAM, and high-speed graphic adapters. It generally performs a specific job with great expertise. Accordingly, they are of different types such as graphics workstation, music workstation, and engineering design workstation. Characteristics of workstation computer. It is a high-performance computer system designed for a single user for business or professional use. It has larger storage capacity, better graphics, and more powerful CPU than a personal computer. It can handle animation, data analysis, CAD, audio and video creation, and editing. Any computer that has the following 5 features can be termed as a workstation or can be used as a workstation. Multiple processor cores. It has more processor cores than simple laptops or computers. ECC RAM. It is provided with error-correcting code memory that can fix memory errors before they affect the system's performance. RAID, redundant array of independent disks. It refers to multiple internal hard drives to store or process data. RAID can be of different types. For example, there can be multiple drives to process data or mirror drives where if one drive does not work then other starts functioning. SSD, it is better than conventional hard disk drives. It does not have moving parts, so the chances of physical failure are very less. Optimized, higher-end GPU, it reduces the load on CPU. E.g., CPU has to do less work while processing the screen output. 5. Microcomputer. Microcomputer is also known as a personal computer. It is a general-purpose computer that is designed for individual use. It has a microprocessor as a central processing unit, memory, storage area, input unit, and output unit. Laptops and desktop computers are examples of microcomputers. They are suitable for personal work that may be making an assignment, watching a movie, or at office for office work. Characteristics of a microcomputer. It is the smallest in size among all types of computers. A limited number of software can be used. It is designed for personal work and applications. Only one user can work at a time. It is less expansive and easy to use. It does not require the user to have special skills or training to use it. Generally, comes with single semiconductor chip. It is capable of multitasking such as printing, scanning, browsing, watching videos, etc.